So this is Valcour, which is one of the upper class residence halls. It is a break dorm as it has a full kitchen. When you want to enter Valcour, just to note, there are bike lock racks as well as a little picnic table to sit, and then some more bike lock racks just outside. Behind it you have Butler Hall and Juniper Hall, and you are right on Finney Quad. But you're gonna come and put your ID card over here, right by the entrance of Valcour, and this will unlock it. The door to enter is right here. It is, of course, handicapped accessible if needed. It is a double door, so once you do that, you're gonna come right in here. And the common room is on the left as you first come in the basement. This is the basement of it. And then you've got some rooms. There's also laundry on this floor. We're gonna start on floor 3 and work our way down back to the first floor, or the 0 level basement floor. But this is your room tour and dorm tour of Valcour. So this is the 3rd floor of Valcour. Again, you've got the elevator, or you can come up the stairs depending upon your choice. 3rd floor has the quiet study area with individual desks. And then it starts to move over here where you've got your water refill station, as well as this is where kids can easily put their trash, recycling, food waste. Please make sure that they take a look at what goes in each one, because there are some great options here. On the other side of the elevator, there is another little study space. This one is not a quiet study space, so they can come hang out here, and they've got kind of a beautiful view outside onto the Finney Quad. And then the rooms come down doors where they're kind of in pods. And then on the other side, you've got more of the same kind of thing with more rooms and quads. So you can kind of see as you come down the hallway. You've got some of the rooms, 341 to 343. And these doors, even though they've got a key card, last year they never locked. But you can just kind of see, again, coming in here, you got rooms, and then there is sinks, because this is where the pod on here has a restroom with shower and toilet. The lights are going to come on in a moment as I keep walking. So there is a shower stall with plenty of room to hang your towel, as well as a locking door, which is awfully handy for privacy for kids. And then there's also a separate toilet that is here that the kids can use with the plunger, so teach your kids how to use it. And then if you come back the other way, just outside here, there is another set of stairs. This is a secondary set of stairs because, as I mentioned, that Valcour has multiple exits, unlike some of the other buildings. Then the other hallway. Come down here again, you've got a door that leads to more rooms. And again, each one of these pods has a restroom. This one has the handicapped accessible shower stall as well. So this will be a full locking shower and toilet area, as well as a secondary shower and toilet area here with the same options for these rooms. You've got the last set of pods on the 3rd floor in Valcour that has rooms. And again, there is a shower area with a locking door that has the shower stall in here. You've got your sinks right here, sink singular to be able to wash. There is another toilet area only that is here. And then on the flip side, there's another bathroom here that has the toilet and sink, as well as another shower stall. So there are a lot of bathrooms and a lot of privacy in the 3rd floor, as there are on the 1st, 2nd, and basement floors. So the 2nd floor of Valcour is set up very much the same as the 3rd floor of Valcour, with the elevator and the stair access. And then you've got a little study area over here that again looks out over Finney Quad. You have another area over here. It's a little meeting space with fun chairs. Same kind of thing with the hallways, with the same kind of pod setup, same area, same design. On the other side, they've got, again, the same kind of thing, the same pods over here. And then on this side, which is where the quiet study space is, this is where you've got a little bit of room to study, hang out, get some stuff done quietly. Again, you've got the same drinking fountain, water fill station, and the recycling, compost, and garbage here. Again, kids do need to bring their own garbage can. They can empty them there. Again, more pods, more rooms. And on the same side, it's again going to be the same setup with the same kind of bathrooms, restrooms, showers, and so forth within the pods on the second floor. So the first floor of Valcour is set up mostly the same as the second and the third floor, but a little bit different. So we're going to walk through just a tiny bit of it. First thing I will point out is that there are Gatorade drink machines here, as well as vending machines. For these, they can just use their card to go ahead and pay, and then there is also coin operated. There are little bits of study space here, but not a ton. And just on the other side of the quiet study space is where you're going to have, again, your water filling station, as well as your garbage, recycling, and composting. On the flip side of the elevator, you're going to have another study space. That first one where the vending machines are is where the quiet study space is, which isn't super quiet, but that's fine. And again, because this is the first floor, this is a unique dorm that has an exit, or multiple exits, I should say. So the main entrance where we first came in is in the basement, but there is another set of doors here that leads outside, and there's actually a third set of exits as well. So this is where some of the pods are that have rooms that go down in there, again with the same kind of things. And then there's another set of stairs that is going to go up as well that you can see. And then on the other side of the hallway, you're going to have, again, similar kinds of things, where here, again, you've got dorms, you've got the sink, the shower with the closing door, toilet with the closing door, and then a separate just bathroom. This is, again, a handicapped accessible one, so you're going to have the shower that's in here, that's an accessible shower with the toilet that allows people to go ahead and use that. And then coming on through, again, you've got more dorm rooms. And then there's another bathroom here. This is just a restroom. And then this again is a shower with a separate toilet and sink, just as many of the other ones are. And then this will exit out into that main hallway again. So this one's set up a little bit different from how some of the other dorms are, but that was, again, let me back up. This was where we were talking about with that exit to the ground floor, and then there's one entrance to that pod here, as well as a second entrance to the pod coming down this way, depending upon where you are. And then there is another set of rooms over here. With, again, just a single toilet area. You've got a double sink here. You've got the shower, again, with the private door, so you can have plenty of room and access there. And then you've got a couple rooms down here, as well as one room here. So there's kind of a nice space. This one's a little bit of a quieter area than some of the other places within the dorm. This is the last set of rooms in this pod. You've got, again, the toilet, the sink, the shower. This is very similar to the second and the third floors, with, again, another bathroom here that has both the shower and the toilet. This is not an accessible bathroom, it just has both of them in one place. And then as you walk through, there are more dorm rooms, another bathroom with a shower, another shower with a separate toilet and sink, and then you come back on out again. So you can kind of see there's a lot of restrooms and a lot of space for the kids that are in this area. We just came in on the main entrance, which is on the ground floor of Valcour. This is the basement. So as you can see, it overlooks Quad here, and all of the bedrooms are going to have windows. So you're going to have the same thing with pods down on this end that are going to look over the outside on this side, and then On the other side, this is where you're going to have the common room, and I'll go into that in just a moment, as well as some additional study spaces down here. This is a great group room to come study in, where it's quiet. You've got the whiteboard, and yes, there is dry erase marker and eraser in here for kids to come in and study if they want a little bit more of a quiet space, or if they want to have somewhere that is a good place for them to work in group work. This again is kind of mechanical areas, but there is toilet area here, same thing as before. Again, another toilet restroom here. And then there's some data electric, as well as your garbage, recycling, and compost, and a water fill station. These are just the restrooms that are available. This is not dorm rooms that are on this part of it. And then we come straight back out the other side. Again, you've got the common room with the ping pong table, TV, fireplace, kitchen, and so forth, and we'll go through that in just a moment. As we come through the other side of the entrance and elevator, on this side, there are not going to be any bedrooms here because this is the part that goes up the hill and there are no windows, so there's no rooms. But this is another group study room where kids can come in here. So there are two of them on this floor. Again, they've got the whiteboard, they've got tables, chairs, and the door to close, as well as a study room and area here. This is a quiet study space. Every floor has a quiet study space. And then this is where your laundry is going to be. So laundry is going to be in the basement. They do have a drying rack if the kids don't want to dry their clothes in the dryer. Some do, if they've got delicates. There is an area for kids to sit and fold their laundry as needed. This is a one-way mirror or two-way mirror. One-way mirror. So it looks like a mirror on the other side, but you can see out from this side. So just know that if you happen to be in the quiet study space. There is a laundry sink if you need to do some rinsing and some bigger things here. You've got your dryers and washer and dryer here, and then you've got more washer and dryers. So there's 4 sets of washers and 4 sets of dryers. So the size of this room, that's plenty for the kids who are in this dorm. And again, drying rack, another place to fold clothes. And then this is where kids used to do the laundry, was by swiping here. There is now all done via an app. So if you see and you take a look at it very closely, you'll see it says out of service. So anything that you've seen before that talks about doing this is different. So they are going to be doing it on the app. Right now it says that it's $2 per load to wash and dry. It depends on what size you're doing. So if you change it to a medium or heavy, it will change the cost of it. And then the cycle, you can just change warm, cold, hot, and everything else. So there's different costs between the different size loads that you have, and that's going to be the same across the entire campus as of the 24-25 school year. If you have any questions, this is how you go and figure it out. Automaticlaundry.com is the service that they use, and the apps and everything that they need you can find there. The Laundry Connect is the name of the app, so they can just scan it. It's available Google Play or Apple. You cannot pay with quarters. You cannot pay with Compass funds anymore. It is totally different, but this is how you're going to go ahead and do your laundry this year. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the common area. So this is the common room in Valcour. So again, it's got a beautiful view out onto Finney Quad. There is a ping pong table with balls and paddles that they have. And then as you come around this way, there is a fireplace as well as a large seating area. And then there are also tables for kids to either study, play games, and so forth. You've got the kitchen behind it. And then there is another TV area over on this side here. This is a new note. The fireplace is motion activated. So it will shut off after 30 minutes. So to turn it on, if I remember correctly, the kids have to scan their cards here, and then it will turn off if you are not moving. So that is just one thing to keep in mind as you're going. So as we come over into the kitchen, one thing I will say is my son has already said people are not cleaning up after themselves. If you have a kid living here, please encourage them to clean up after themselves so they still have access to it. They've got a nice wide open area, and then as you come on through, you've got the second TV area with more seating for kids to hang out. Again, it's just kind of a nice place to be. And then this bar, all of these tall chairs that are here, easily slide up there, so you've got more space for kids to sit and hang out and enjoy them. This goes back into the area by where the laundry was, as well as the group study rooms. I'm sorry, just the group study rooms. So there's another entrance to the kitchen over here. And then there is a full-size fridge and freezer. Again, if you want to have something that's yours, that stays yours, make sure you label it, because things tend to get used and walk away. My son has said again, I don't know why I can't open their fridge, there we go, that some of the things that he's had have walked away, or people have used his bowls and so forth and not washed them. There's a microwave. This is the stovetop that is here. It is recently used, which is why the hot surface is on there. There is also a toaster for kids to be able to use, as well as a Keurig machine. Again, you cannot have microwave, toaster, Keurig, etc., anything with a heating element in your room, but it is available here. Again, teach your kids how to use the light and the fan when they're cooking something that might be providing a little bit of smoke, as well as the oven. Kids can use the oven that is in here. And then when you start going into the different areas, you can see there's some spices and so forth that are usually for community use, unless they're labeled. Nothing is in here, but also got a couple things here. One cutting board, not as much as what was in Butler last year, where they had some pots and pans and so forth, kids able to use them. The other nice thing is there is a dishwasher here, so your kids can use the dishwasher and put their stuff in here. They just need to provide their own dishwasher soap, because there is not anything that is here. Obviously, sink, wash your stuff. They need to provide their own sponges and soap, but it is available here. And then there's another recycling and garbage, because obviously when you're in your kitchen, you tend to create garbage and other messes. Let me just check on this side to see if there's anything in here. There's a little bit, but again, it looks like someone's personally used stuff. And again, you can see this is stuff that has not been cleaned, is just being left behind. This dorm does not seem to have any pots and pans, so if your kid wants to cook in here, make sure that they bring their own. But this is the common room on the ground floor or the basement of Valcour. And again, you can kind of see this is not the typical basement that you would expect to see or have in a dorm.